As a preschool teacher, I make sure that the activities I put into my classroom are hands-on, where the kids can go and check things out and play with them and learn while they're doing them. The way that I make sure that it's a playful environment, but they are still moving towards the direction that we need them to move towards as they're growing and learning, is for me to know what the objectives are at that age, what the developmentally appropriate next things are for them. So as I'm reading through what age, what stage they are at, I'm looking at what the next stage is, and I'm bringing that into the classroom. So every time I add something to my classroom, my first step, so for example, we did an ice rink in the classroom. Now, it wasn't like real ice. It was plastic covered rug where they got to skate around on it in their socks and all these kind of things, right? So I wrote down what the activity was. I took note of what kind of things I would need to do this, right? Like I needed to get transparent trash bags, because we were also talking about the word transparent as well. So I'm like adjusting to what they know, what they're doing, and trying to bring that in so they can really grow in their conversations and the things that they're doing. Okay, and then I'm taking each area of developmental growth and I'm writing those down. So I know that they are growing and being challenged and strengthened in each area. So for example, in the literacy, they're having descriptive language about the things they're doing. They're predicting what's gonna happen if you go onto this ice, right? What's going to happen? And they're going to describe that, and they're going to predict that maybe they'll fall, maybe, all these things could happen, right? Compare and contrast the difference between the regular floor and the ice rink. These are things that they're doing with just their literacy. There's a whole bunch more things too. And I can add things to it as well. Like I can add little snowflakes with letters of their names and see if they try to find those letters of those names. Math, they're working on their balancing themselves. There's some pattern recognition there too, like how they skate in a certain pattern. Will that create a better flow for them to get across, right? They're going to talk about these things that my kids naturally count. They count all the things in my class. So I already know that they're going to count stuff. So I just go down each area of developmental growth, and I make sure that I am putting things there that while they're playing, they're going to be learning. So that's my job as a teacher, to figure out how to get them to that next level, but making it developmentally appropriate for them. And then I record what they do. I take notes of what they do. I don't try to make them do what I want, but I try to see where they're at and take notes of that and help them get to the next step.